that's going very well. We're still short of resources, but that's a picture that's not going to change, given the nature of the North State, and the Southern California is actually experiencing a number of large fires as well. If you've been watching the news, you've seen that. So resources statewide are stripped down pretty hard. FEMA has opened the doors for us to gain access to a number of resources, which we have gained on this incident. We've gained some. Actually, a note of interest. Yesterday, I greeted 200 National Guard troops that arrived in Boonville to help provide handline construction. They're going to be hand crews. So they're going through 2 days of training on the line to learn how to use the hand tools. They've spent 2 days learning about our command structure, fire behavior, etc., in a classroom setting in Sacramento. So we're anxiously awaiting them deploying on the lines Thursday to help us predominantly in the southern half of the county. Also today, we're welcoming 13 line overhead from British Columbia that are going to be providing a division supervisor and branch director type assistance to us. So that might give you an idea of the nature of where we're at, being creative to try and corral what we have and supervise to the best of our abilities what we have. So things are working very well. It's definitely out of our normal process, but here in the county we're doing pretty well. We're down to 37 active fires and 90 contained fires. Contained, again, meaning that we have a containment line built around the fires. That does not give us a real estimate of what our confidence of the fires staying within those containment lines are, but that's the first step, is getting lines constructed around the fires. So we're trying to finish that off on the additional 37 that we do have, and I'm confident by the end of the week, given even with the hot temperatures, if we don't get wind or any significant new starts, we'll probably achieve our attainment objective by the end of the week. At least that's my hope. Right now, our priority fires are groupings of fires. Cliff, Sugarloaf, and Mallow, those fires combined are about 13,800 acres. We're looking at roughly, in that group of fires, about 80% containment. We had a little expansion on the Sugarloaf last evening. I think we gained probably 20-30 acres on that, various portions around the fire as it got across the lines, but they were able to get on those. Thank you, Chief.
Did a fan of job.
Right on. The Red Mountain series, which is up in the north end of the county, roughly 50% contained. That's 8,000 acres. A number of those fires have grown together into one. And one that's giving us a little bit of fits right now, Hardy, the Hardy Middle and Lost Pipe series over near the coast, 8,550 acres. That's 20% contained right now. And the Hardy fire is going to be an issue for us. That's a priority we're trying to focus on with the resources that we have, in addition to hanging on to what we have and providing local IA. So the challenges are there. But I will say, this is not just a CAL FIRE team effort. The cooperative effort expended here by the community, local government, county agencies, state agencies. We've got folks from agencies I don't even know what they do in real life, but they're all here helping, pulling together, and that cooperation is what's making this a total team effort and making it very successful. So we're very thankful for that. And that's the end of my report.
Questions of the chiefs? I have a couple for community knowledge more than anything else. How are we feeding all these nearly 2,000 folks? Are they being fed all out of the fairgrounds, or how are you providing? We
have 5 what we call camps or spike camps outside of a central hub. Well, our central hub incident base is the Ukiah Fairgrounds here, of course. Boonville, Laytonville are our 2 next biggest camps. So what we do is we bring those folks in off the line in the evening. They eat. In the morning they get their breakfast, their sack lunches, and go back out to the line. So we're into that shifting type of regime right now. So they're being supported out of multiple camps, which is again an unusual challenge for us. The normal operations, if we have 1 or 2 spike camps, that's a big deal for us, and to have 5 is almost record setting.
So you're actually cooking at these locations?
Yes, we have 2 of our mobile kitchens set up. We actually hired a catering service for the Covelo area, scrambling and doing what we can. So, okay. But it's working very well. Again, it's that cooperative effort of everyone pulling together in the county. And
how about total overall estimate of costs to date?
Right now, if I remember right, the 209 was about 24 million. I'm sorry. I wish it was 24,000.
Yeah, so do we.
24.5. That's the estimate right now. And a lot of that cost is, of course, aircraft costs. We're fortunate. We have quite a number of helicopters. They are expensive tools, but they're being very effective, very effective. And we are, as you know, Chairman Wattenberger, about the helicopter program, we're timing them out every day, so there's not a wasted minute. So,
okay. Other questions?
thank you.
Chief Romero, final comments?
So in closing, the other day we were in here and we talked about the tremendous effort, and Chief Waterman also talked about the cooperative effort. I think that what I would like to convey to the board and the community in Mendocino County is what has transpired in the last 2 weeks is tremendous community support. And for those folks on my staff, as well as everybody involved in the effort, to go around the different parts of the county and see signs of that support, from delivery of cookies and sweets at various locations to a community even sponsoring a meal at the heliport function last night for the folks fighting the fire and that kind of thing. It is tremendous, and it means a lot to the firefighters, both all over. And I have talked with several of local fire chiefs, and they too are receiving tremendous local support. So to the citizens of the county, we thank you, and keep up the support for your local fire department, especially. That is going to pay dividends in the long run. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Members of the public wishing to speak on the update from CAL FIRE, please come to the podium, state your name.
Thank you, Louis Bigfoot. I'd like to talk about Brook Trails, because Brook Trails has this incredible helicopter traffic leaving from the airport. Could you give us an update on Brook Trails? Do you know anything about Brook Trails, or what those crafts are and what they're doing? Yeah, thank you.
We have roughly 15 to 16 rotary aircraft assigned to our incident, and not all of them are operating out of Brook Trails, but Brook Trails is the main base of operations. There are, out of the 16, there are 2 operating at out of Buckeye Airport, and I think 5 operating out of Eel River, which is just outside of Garberville, and that is helping us to maintain airspace safety. So the remainder, roughly in my head doing the math, 7 and 16, 9 basically are operating daily out of Brook Trails. And as Chief Waterman spoke earlier, all of them are flying their maximum allowable hours during the day. So it's quite a bit of activity, particularly out of Brook Trails. Predominantly, they are dropping water retrieved out of stream and pond sources from throughout the county, as well as on some very, very calm ocean days, even out of the ocean in the north part of the county. We have set up a gel plant, which was initially in the Boonville area and was moved to